Hi guys. First, I'm going to apologize if you can hear my laundry going. My laundry room is in the next door, but I just wanted to make this quick video on how I made one of my doily journals. It's just got a button on it. Got about like maybe 10 pages. Whoops, I didn't tie that one tight enough. I'll fix that. But I folded the doily and the pages in half and then just sewed it with a piece of embroidery floss, tied a piece of embroidery floss around it, and added some beads. And obviously I need to make sure that my knot is big enough so that they don't fall off. But that's a song for another time. I'll fix that one later. So I just have a little doily. It's 4.5 inches round. And these are some of the papers that I put in it. This is just a piece of a, oh, this is actually some of that brown paper that they fill packages with. So I cut some of that up. This is just a piece of newsprint from a drawing book I had in college. A piece of brown construction paper. A piece of white lined paper. A piece of coffee dyed paper, a book page, a piece of a map with the background on the back. This one is my pink journal, so it's got a piece of pink tissue paper in it, and then a vintage copy paper of just a vintage scrapbook page, and this brown paper roll that has some stars on it. So I just folded these in half to make my little paper taco. And then I folded the doily in half and just stuck them inside. And they kind of butt out a little bit, but that's all right. I like how that looks. So next, all you do is make sure that you have your needle threaded, and this is the shorter piece to tie around, and then this is my long piece that I have to make the book bind together. And I have a little piece of tape, since I probably won't be able to get the needle or get the thread in the needle because it's a embroidery floss and there's like 5 different threads on it. So just use a piece of tape to thread your needle. Take that tape off, and then just use your awl to make 2 holes. So there's one hole, and then make a second hole. Make sure that they come out on both sides, okay? And then just go up through the first hole from the middle, or from the inside, I mean. And just leave a little bit dangling, and then go through this hole, if I can find it. There we go. It's not going through all the pages because I didn't make them well enough, make the holes well enough, but it's okay. It went through that time. Okay. And we'll pull this one down a little bit so it has a little bit more room to tie with. Okay, and now we can take the needle out and then just tie this in the center. Not too tight. But thankfully with embroidery floss, it never really gets that tight. So that's a good deal. Don't really have to worry too much. And then you just make your knot. And then we have the danglies down here, and obviously those are way too long. So I'm gonna cut them to about right here. And I'm going to add my beads. I have three beads. I have this little, like, 3-point bead. I don't really know what you call it. These are just some plastic beads from a kit I got. Trying to use them up. And then I have this little round bead. And getting them in the beads is kind of tricky, but not too bad. And then I have this little star bead. So now I have the beads on there, and then what I did was I just tied a couple knots on the end to make sure the beads don't fall off. But as you saw in the beginning of the video, sometimes I must not have made the knot big enough, so I'm gonna knot this one 3 times instead of 2 times. And I'll go back on my other ones and make sure that they're all knotted okay. So there's one of the sides of the beads, and now I'll do the other side. And the last bead. And now I will try to get the knot around the same length as the other one, just so the dangles are kind of even with each other. Doesn't always work out that way, but I try at least. And then there's 2 knots, and then we'll knot it one more time, just to be safe. Okay, so there's that part, and then what I did, I just cut off some of the excess because that's a little bit too long of a dangle right there. And I then just took a smaller piece of the colored string and tied a little bow around it, so that way it stays shut better. So you just go like that, and then you just make a bow. Embroidery floss doesn't make the perfect bow, but at least it gets the job done. It keeps it shut. And then all I did for just a little bit of added cuteness, I guess, I just glued a button to the top up here somewhere. So about right there. And there you go. My mini taco doily journal. And that is, I forget what number I'm on. That's like number 1, 2, 3 something of 100 items for my 100 things challenge. So I hope that you enjoyed watching me make this, and maybe it will inspire you to make some little mini doily journals of your own, or any journals of your own, circle or whatever. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.